Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on, guys? Riley North with Strings. Want to make a quick video while Gavin's still asleep. That is my kid's name. His name is not Buster. I just call him Buster Beans as like a nickname. His real name's Gavin. He's a cool ass kid. He's sleeping here. Let's see if we can get him in here. He's passed out. Pretty easy kid. He doesn't really cry that much unless he's hungry. But you know. But today I want to talk about mesh and like what the best mesh in my opinion in lacrosse is. And I have it narrowed down to 3 of my favorite meshes, and it's pretty much 3 of the top ones that are out there in my opinion. So starting off with my favorite is easily String King, and this is the 2S. Strung the exact way I string my optics. So this is 2S, which is unbelievable. Type 2 is a big step up from 1. This one, my Black Eagle 4, has thrown mesh in it. One of the very few sticks I have that has thrown mesh in it. I kind of only use thrown leather now, because if I was going to use a wax mesh, I prefer Mesa mesh or 50 cal mesh as it's now known. This is Mesa mesh. I haven't got any 50 cal mesh yet. Just in terms of wax mesh, 50 cal mesh or Mesa mesh as this is. So I'm going to talk about Mesa mesh because that's what I know. I haven't used 50 cal mesh yet. But Mesa mesh, it gives you the weatherproof, but it gives you the weatherproofness, but it doesn't feel waxy. It just feels like a normal mesh with a wax coat, but it's not tacky. It doesn't flake, and it's 100% weatherproof. And it gives you a really soft feel. It breaks in a lot softer than thrown mesh or ECM, which I'm not a big fan of East Coast mesh, but that's just my opinion. I'm pretty picky about what I put in my sticks, and Mesa mesh is definitely my top wax mesh right now. And thrown is a really close second. They're even tied probably, just because thrown just stays a little harder and it keeps its shape a little better, but Mesa mesh, definitely top of the line, great product. I recommend it to anyone. I'm going to continue using it. Or 50 cal mesh, I guess now. That's what I'm going to buy. Hopefully it's not too different, but I doubt it's going to be that different. And back to the String King. 2S, big step up from 1X and 1S. It's just a lot softer. It feels more like a soft mesh than it does. More than the 1S does, and it's so consistent even when it's like wet outside, because it's snowing a lot here. I mean, I live in Alaska, no duh, but I took it outside and I was shooting with it, and it just stays consistent through all weather, but it's not waxed, which is really cool. So it's just a weatherproof mesh, and it's pretty unreal. And one of my favorite things about String King is their performance strings. I mean, they look like normal sidewall and stuff, but they just don't feel like normal sidewall. It just feels like all these knots stay tight no matter what. So that's pretty cool. And the shooters just, I don't know what it is, they just feel a lot smoother than normal shooters. That could just be in my head, but a lot of things go on in my head. But yeah, and thrown mesh, you've all seen my review on it. Love the stuff. It's a little more hard than Mesa mesh and ECM, but it's definitely quality, weatherproof, doesn't flake, not a tacky feel. It pretty much gives you all the same qualities as Mesa mesh, but it just stays a little harder. But so that's why these two, Mesa mesh and thrown mesh, are close second, or close tie in my opinion. So I'm hoping this helps you guys pick out different meshes. I haven't really used my ECM, so I can't really throw that into this video in a review. But the piece of East Coast mesh I got was just really tacky and made my hands feel really sticky. So I didn't really like it for that, and I just couldn't bring myself to use it. But that could just be my experience with it. I mean, I didn't buy it straight from East Coast Eyes, so who's to say it was even East Coast mesh? So I don't know. Until I buy an actual piece, I'm not gonna say much about ECM. So hopefully this video helped you guys decide what mesh to buy and what meshes are like. I'm not really descriptive. I just kind of say what I like about it. There's nothing, I can't really give any cons to any of those, and so yeah, there's that. And side note, this is what's been playing the whole time. You can't really see it. There you go. I recently purchased a PS4, so if you want to slap my Hockey Ultimate team around, go ahead and add me. I'll put my PSN name in the description. I think my HUT team's 25 and 26, 25, 26 and 2, I think. So we're pretty dusty. We're on the wrong end of some ice tilt, as Bacon Country would say. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. His videos are hilarious. And for those of you who don't know, I'm actually a pretty big hockey guy. Hockey and lacrosse are my two favorite sports. I don't really pay attention to much else except for, you know, the Seattle Seahawks, of course, but I don't really pay attention to football or basketball or baseball or anything. I just kind of watch hockey and lacrosse and let the other sports do their thing. So thanks for watching, guys. I kind of rambled in this video, but hopefully you learned some great things about mesh. I'm going to put out a traditional video and like what leathers are the best video, kind of like this one, in the coming week. And I know I say this a lot, but there are a lot more videos coming, I promise, because I'm about to get a new camera. So look out for that. Peace out from me and the beans.